Now, a new report by the Turkish Police Academy looks at the operations of the Fethullah terror organization. Also known as FETO, it's based in Turkey, but as Yusuf Erim explains, police say their activities spread well beyond Turkey's borders.
FETO is led by Fethullah Gülen, a businessman and cleric accused by Turkey of planning the 2016 coup attempt. Police call his group a cult, that his followers believe they're part of a chosen group and that Gülen can talk to God. This so-called next-generation terrorist organization is accused of using education and NGOs to mask criminal activities. Education provides a platform to recruit members and generate income, while NGOs are used to gain political influence, the report says. This strategy is said to have transformed FETO from a domestic problem to an international threat, with the U.S. at its base. The group's main source of income in America comes from its charter schools, more than 140 of them, with over 60,000 students. As a result, police say FETO generates more than $500 million a year in the U.S. FETO is also active in Europe through its network of schools, NGOs, and companies. Africa and Central Asia are strategic locations.
Well, for more, we can speak to Murat Tinas in Ankara. He is an assistant professor at the Turkish National Police Academy. Thanks so much for speaking to us. How far do you think this report actually goes to help those outside Turkey understand that this organization is as dangerous as Turkey says it is?
Yeah, good question, actually. And let me explain how we prepared this report first. This report is not just based on, secondary sources, but Police Academy organized a symposium in November 2017. Since then, we are working on it. So relevant stakeholders, academicians, policymakers participated in preparing this paper. And in this therefore, this report, Fethullah Terrorist Organization and International Threat, has three important parts. The first section is how this organization is organized, what is its real aims, and secondly, it is concentrated on how media and education is used by this organization. And in the end, in the third section, this report is focuses on the activities of at global level. So I think, academically speaking, this report is convincing about the FETO's real aims and motivations, because FETO generally hides its true intentions behind the charity organization and educational facilities. But here in this report, we explain how these charity and educational facilities is used for, its organizational aims.
Right. I mean, and part of the issue here is with this organization, that is that Turkey labels it a terrorist group, which sometimes resonates very differently with people abroad. These are not men carrying arms and using, military weaponry. They actually work more like a mafia, do they not?
No, definitely, because yes, I agree with you. It has organized crime. It has characteristics of organized crime organization, but it has also weapons. Indeed, they actually used them in the 2016, 15th of July. They orchestrated a coup attempt in Turkey, which left, hundreds of civilians injured and hundreds of martyrs, both civilians and, the police and military people. So it's definitely used armed and using violence against civilians in Turkey. We actually saw this, we experienced in 15th of July in 2016. And it's a terrorist organization other than, being organized crime, because as stated in the report, we define FETO as a esoteric, messianic, modern cultist terrorist organization. Like any other esoteric organization, it uses symbols to communicate, to hide the secrecy. Like, for instance, only those who are competent are very aware of the real meaning of the messages. And it is also a messianic organization. The ringleader of FETO is believed to be, by the members of the organization, is believed to be savior of the the community. And it is believed that in the organization, he has the capacity to talk with, Prophet Muhammad. Therefore, this is very important, actually. This belief, this ideology is very important because this increases the dedication and the radicalization of the members of this terrorist organization. Because members believe that whatever he orders is God's order. Whatever he orders is, coming from, something holy. That's why their dedication is so much increased, as we experienced it in 2016.
Okay.
And it is a false image that it is just an organized crime after what we experienced in Turkey in 2016.
Right. Murat Tinas, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us live there from Ankara.